hope you get so mad you go back to the basics. I hope you go on a run and trip on your laces. He was big mad at your crew, didn't think that they would get mad. Okay. Oh, alright. Alright, I got my lyrics ready, I'm sorry about that. Back in the day, me and Shorty had a thing. We was going on some dates, even talking about a ring. Said that she was only mine, I was sharing with the team. So I cut off all the ties, now she wanna care for me. Rolling with my people, yeah, they always on my heel. I got big plans to keep me up, moving on a deal. Try to get involved, get in front of me, you'll get the steal. Can't let them see me mad, I gotta keep it chill. Sorry Shorty, you can't be my yellow, you too blue. I can't be with a girl that been messing with the whole crew. I got too many people that telling me how you move. I didn't listen, now I hurt myself thinking you wouldn't do. She don't wanna see me happy, I don't understand. I don't wanna see her laughing with another man. How could you just do this to me? Why did you do this to me?
149,000. 134,000 in Palm Beach. Then we looked in a state where Donald Trump lost.
JR in the house.
But we looked, for example, Brooklyn. We saw an 11.6% swing toward Donald Trump, 542,000 Jewish Americans. Manhattan, 10.7-point swing, 356,000 Jewish Americans. Queens, a 21-point swing, 150,000. Queens, I bet you also be pretty interested. A lot of Middle Eastern, a lot of Arab American who, by the way, are swinging toward Donald Trump. Not necessarily in a way that he's winning,
what's going on?
but in a way where he's carving off some of those numbers. I think that may be the story of tonight, the Jewish American vote and the Hispanic vote, but we're seeing that kind of track, which, if so, we could apply to Pennsylvania. This is something that's obviously near and dear to you. Does that surprise you, or were you expecting that tonight?
Looks like it's going to be Trump.
A lot of people I really respect are looking at the numbers. Even Roger Stone, who's usually a big pessimist, said Trump could win tonight, and he said that on my show Sunday.
We're tapping on 75K.
And so, look, people have self-preservation in mind, common sense.
Hey, Chris,
Harris
75K
is
Bitcoin,
so fake.
75K.
Walls that
she might hit 100K.
Pick somebody that would compliment her disgustingness, but they were actually able to find somebody that may be more gross. And so the system's been very, very arrogant, and so, I mean, I'm not surprised that Trump's got a real shot at it to override the fraud. He had to make it over. Then we got to have a big red wave.
Don't forget to hit that like, and subscribe button.
So, a lot of people I respect were saying, no, it's going to happen. And then even Roger's like, no, I think Trump's going to win. And he's always been accurate. He told me in 2020, he said Trump's going to barely win, not as big a turnout. And he said, because of the fraud, he'll lose, but don't tell anybody that. And he said that a month before, weeks before the day of.
But
can't hear Alex.
Do you think that the suspicion that I have here might be correct, that we are seeing a significant portion of American Jews no longer in clear conscience being able to support the Democrat Party? Do you think that's what, do you think, this is just, again, right now a suspicion, but we're looking at different counties, that may have played a significant role, for example, in these huge swings, these districts where there are a lot of American Jews?
Yeah, I don't think that's speculation. We've already seen that swing in the polls. And so I think that's a game changer as well. But what I think you're seeing is just a political realignment with all these famous Democrats and liberals that have souls joining Trump. And I just think that the people get it. They can smell that, that there's no future with Harris, and, that Trump's not out to get him, and Trump doesn't want World War III. So absolutely. I mean, I think that's a big part of it. And like you said, we got all these Muslims endorsing him in Michigan. And I mean, people just are sick of the current power structure, but then they're going to try to block this. They're going to try to impeach him again. They've reportedly already drawn up articles of impeachment if he is, getting back into office. It looks like their Republicans are taking the Senate, expanding in the House. That's just as important. So if Trump does get in and has the trifecta, he better drain that swamp, and he better deliver. And he's being handed, as you know, an economy that's got fire coming out of the engine and smoke shooting out its ass. So this is a crazy ass situation.
Is that good?
Yeah, can before I want to see if I can, hey, Toolman, if we show this clip out of Georgia, will Alex be able to hear it?
I can do that, yeah.
Okay, so Alex, we have something breaking right now. You wouldn't be able to see it, but would you like to be here to hear? Let me set this up for you. Right now, this is some exclusive testimony video that we have that has gone through our team right now to vet it. So this is from someone named Devin. He went to go early vote in Georgia on the 21st of October, okay? They told him, oh, sorry, you were deceased in July of 2023. So he was allowed to take this photo of the screen, which you can see in the video, and he was given a provisional ballot, told that his vote may not go through, but you'll be registered for next time. And we actually have a clip right now that we can play. You won't be able to see it, but hear it.
Oh, I'll show it to
you. Okay, you'll be able to see it.
See it too.
Let's show it to Alex.
Hey, my name is Devin Hare, and I'm dead.
I went to go early vote 21st of October and found out that I was deceased, and that was why it wouldn't work. I was listening to the podcast. Y'all were talking about, hey, we need to double check that we're registered to vote because there's strange things happening. I said, okay, I'll just go check it out on the website. I should be A-okay. My name does not come up. Show up the 21st, say, hey, here's my driver's license. They say, we can't find you in the system. Let's get you over to this other lady. She's got a computer. She's got all the back-end information. She can tell you what's going on. And she goes, hey, yeah, no, sorry about this, but you're dead. You are not alive anymore. And you have been since July of 2023. I would hope I'm still alive. And she said, yeah, it's just that system is not working. You're still alive everywhere else, but the voter registration side, you're not here. My official status for voter registration is canceled. And the reason is that I'm deceased. She said, your vote might not go through this year. As of today, my name is still not on the registration list, and it's not on the I voted list anywhere. So bravo, Harris County.
Wow.
So there we go. And again, we can't, like we said, just like I couldn't confirm when we were doing the election, I believe we crossed streams in 2020, where I got a ballot to an old address in Michigan that was in process, along with, by the way, my relatives in Michigan who did vote where it said in process. The only confirmation that we have right now is a complete lack of confirmation. And to me, this is an example of, hey, Donald Trump may win this in spite of some shenanigans that are taking place.
Let me add to that.
At all with Georgia?
Let me add to that, because, it's confirmed reports in all the battleground states, and it's almost only happening to Republicans, just like MTG on my show 2 weeks ago said she's getting constituents saying the machines are flipping from straight Republican to straight Democrat. And then later it happened all over the country. They said, oh, it's just a glitch. It is happening. So that's confirmed. So they tried to deny all this 4 years ago. Now it's all out in the open. And then all over the country, it's being reported that Republicans that have been registered already voting are told there's a problem, or they're not on it, or sorry, you're not in the database. Here's a provisional. And so you kind of go to timeout. So there's all sorts of ways that they're doing this. But as you said, the shenanigans are out in the open. They had all these federal judges rule illegals can vote, stay on the rolls. The Texas Secretary of State said 5 weeks ago, you can vote with a non-citizen ID. Then the Supreme Court comes in and says about last Monday, to Virginia, okay, the illegals do have to come off the rolls. So people have been denying that, even though, James O'Keefe gets the footage of it happening. No, this is really going on. So regardless of what happens with this election, I believe Trump's about to win. That's what it looks like right now. It's been just the mask is off here. And so much the fraud did get caught. And a lot of states took off, just in the aggregate, millions and millions of dead people and illegals and crazy stuff. And as you know, Michigan, 500,000 people that weren't on the voter rolls and weren't voters and registered in the database, but they're just there and they get to still vote. Right. This is wild. This is crazy.
Yeah. And even if, as we've called Georgia for Donald Trump, like you said, Michigan is one of those. We already know, look, like you just said, there were voter rolls that had some, I don't remember exactly if it was redundant votes or they had non-citizens or voter rolls that should have been purged that they didn't purge. Yeah. But we do know that at least one Chinese national voted, even though they weren't a citizen, got caught, but that vote still counts. To me, that's enough. In other words, if there are any names on those voter rolls that should not be allowed to vote, as far as I'm concerned, every single one of them counts as an illegal vote because we'd have no way to confirm. We only confirmed the one who was dumb enough to ask for his ballot back, and that vote will still count. I'm sure you covered that there in Michigan. Combine the two, I'm pissed.
I'm pissed.
But the good news is,
why do you say it like that? I'm pissed.
Remember, they just stonewalled 4 years ago. And the judges said, well, we can't look at it. You don't have standing. And the media went, oh, the judges found no fraud. No judge would look at it.
Right.
But the Republicans under Trump's leadership went from no coverage and looking at fraud to doing a great job with Laura Trump and people. And so now there's some real spotlights on this, and they've mitigated a lot of it. And so it's spectacular how people are being educated. And Trump's up there saying, if I do get in, we're getting rid of these machines. How does France have 36 million people vote in one day on paper ballots, but we can't do it here? And remember, we almost always have the election the night or the day after. Now we're told the new normal is weeks and weeks and weeks. So we're going to see some shenanigans. The deep state's not going to go away quietly. And so this is certainly not a boring time to be alive. Or if Trump does get in the 76 days when he's president-elect, the leftists said they're going to just go crazy and cause all sorts of uprisings, and that if Trump tries to defend against it, well, he's Hitler. So this is definitely a very exciting and dangerous time.
Wait, do you mean to tell me that when you had a Romney who was heading up the Republican Party, that it was feckless and useless. And now that Donald Trump has been, we're actually seeing some headway being made as it relates to election fraud. That's not what you're telling me, is it, Alex?
It's what's happening, brother. And so this is the Great Awakening. I mean, the only way we would lose is not engaging them, because even if they steal it, now they're even double caught. I mean, at a sick level, I hope this doesn't happen, but from a Machiavellian position, if they steal this now, I mean, the Democratic Party in a couple of years will be outlawed in this country. I mean, they're like the Nazi party already at this point.
It should be.
Yeah, I think you're right. And hey, I do have a couple more questions for you, Alex. First, is that shirt velvet? Is that velvet?
No.
Or is it suede?
It looks nice. Either way.
It looks comfortable, yeah.
Is it velvet?
No, it's not velvet. I don't own any velvet clothing.
This reminds me of
Well, you should. Because I always tell people.
That guy in a little coat.
Don't.
That guy in a little coat. That guy in a little coat.
Take it off, dickhead. I'm serious.
Richard, what's happening?
Funny man there, and I'm kind of, hey man, hey ladies,
You got the
Let me take my shirt off for you.
Easy.
I mean, you're
Wait,
like,
one second. Let me
I
see
only
this,
do
Alex.
this every once in a
Your
while.
chest.
If you want me
What
to,
the fuck?
that was
you
your
take your shirt off.
Ejectocito, cut!
Oh my God. Look at
This is gonna go mega viral.
He's got a WWE voice.
Yes, he does.
Got the physique.
And he has an actual arrow.
Tell you
He's
what,
like a
brother,
good-looking George the
Donald
Animal
Trump's gonna
Steel.
win. I'll tell you what, brother. I got my thing all tangled
George
up.
the
Hold on,
Animal
let me put my
Steel.
earpiece back on. I got problems.
Your body hair naturally grows
I'll
like
do your Hulk Hogan
sand. For
invitation
God's
here.
sake.
By the way, this is the least strange thing Alex Jones has ever done.
Let me get it plugged in here.
Well, certainly on
This is
screen.
gonna go mega viral just for you, Steven.
You can't clip it on your skin, Alex. He's like, where do I
Good
look
world.
at that?
Hey, guys.
Look at that.
Nice.
Alex,
Nice.
if you got it, flaunt it. Show it off. You
I'm here to
definitely,
tell you, brother, Donald Trump's gonna save this country and nothing's gonna stop it.
Look at you. Good for you.
She looks
Honestly,
perfectly normal.
I thought it was velvet before you took off your shirt. I think
I've
it
only
looks more
lost 30.
velour
I've
like
only
now.
lost 30-something pounds, 33, 40 pounds. I'm going down another 20 or 30, so I'll actually be in shape soon. I'm still not in shape.
Yeah.
How are you, Alex? How are you doing that? Don't tell me eating right. I'm not going to buy that shit.
Well, I mean, I'm not taking Ozempic, if that's what you ask. I'm working.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Nick is a big Ozempic fan.
I'm working out 7 days a week. It'll be announced soon. There's a big documentary film like for Netflix being made. And my buddy said, hey, man, why don't we get you a really good personal trainer, former Navy SEAL guy? And I know who the guy is for years. I go, oh, yeah, I love Sean. And he works for some other folks around here in town. We'll just leave it at that. Let's just say he's been hanging out with Joe Rogan and Elon Musk all week. And so, they're like, and Joe kind of interceded and said, hey, you need to do this. You need to lose weight. And so kind of put with worked with some of his guys. And so I'm working out 7 days a week, peer pressure with a former Navy SEAL, drill sergeant. Literally he's doing Navy SEAL training at the Navy SEAL base. He's nice about it, but he makes me, I mean, I was in terrible shape, but probably about to die. And then now I'm just in, decent shape, but I'm going to really get in great shape. Yeah.
Look
great.
You know what though? Even the thing is, you still have that broad chest. I always say, like, Alex Jones looks like he looks like the barrel that people go over the waterfalls in. But that's a compliment.
Yeah. Even when I was fat, I mean, this is muscle. These aren't, it's not tits. So I mean, but
talk about what you look like, Alex.
No. I mean, when I used to work out a lot when I was younger, I had a just ridiculous chest.
God.
But yeah, I mean, we're getting
definitely
right now.
Yeah.
I'm saying you look like you're made of wooden planks.
He looks like a coconut machine with a head on it.
Yes, he does. He does.
I wasn't saying I don't know.
bodybuilders that are just
Yes, the 1920s bodybuilders,
Yes.
before they were juiced out of their mind, they're just like, look, I built my physique by breaking the chains in my prison walls. You're like, wow.
Yeah, no, what I'm doing is I'm trying to get small. So I mean, mainly what I do is like just hundreds and hundreds of setups, hundreds of burpees and all this other stuff, and just pushing a sled and carrying 50-pound kettlebells in each hand.
Traumatic brain
around warehouses.
The Rocky Four.
That's funny.
Stuff lesbians.
Yeah, it's all good stuff, but I'm still in terrible shape. The point is, I'm going to get in badass shape. This is less than
You're
70
not in
days.
terrible shape.
Stuff my
Alex, take the win. Everyone here. We have some ladies in the live audience. They're fanning themselves right now.
You look like Michelle
I did it
Obama.
all from the AlexJonesStore.com with Ultimate Sea Moss, the ultimate seafood. That's why, right here. This is the
Ultimate CMOS.
this is the Ozempic of vitamins.
Right,
The
brother.
superfood.
The Ozempic of the sea.
I had to put that up.
The Ozempic of the sea.
Hey, you know what? Actually, Alex, if you want, and this is completely impromptu, but you know, we just got a sponsorship from Chaka Fitness where they do home gyms, and it's one of the very rare sponsors where they reached out and I said, I know exactly who those people are. Lifetime warranty, and we might be able to get you one because I know you probably have a gym at your studio, but if you want one for the house, I bet you we could hook that up for you. It's really good stuff.
It sounds good, right? Sounds good.
If I were him, I would never be in my house. I would be outside,
I know,
strutting it.
Sunning myself.
You
I'm
are
joking, but
ridiculous.
you know
You're in
what,
way
man?
better shape than me, Crowder. I'm just having some fun here.
193.
Yeah, but you know what, Alex? I'm not just saying it. Very
Sneaking
proud
back
of you, man,
there,
because I know you've, and you know what? One thing I will say about Alex, you know, God said, and I'm not saying God loves Alex Jones more than the rest of you. What I'm saying is God did say that David is a man after his own heart. And people go, how could that be David? I mean, David like basically killed the guy, David. But it was a man who had a repentant heart. It was a man who always came back to God. And I would tell you, Alex Jones, every time he's been going through some stuff, and I talk with Alex, he goes, you know what, I'm doing this, but you know, I really need to spend more time in prayer with God, and I really want to get in. I know that health was a big thing where you said, you know, you would say, you know what, I got to get back in shape. It's just been so stressful. And you know what, man, you had the biggest lawsuit in modern American history as far as a bullshit ruling. So you know what, you had plenty of reasons to be stressed. So, hey, I know you have more goals to go, but man, you should be proud of yourself. But I'm not just saying that. You really are. You're looking good. You're doing well.
It's a great way to handle the stress too. I mean, this is keeping them alive, bro.
Eat CMOS.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, CMOS is amazing.
Where do you get that? The bottom of a boat? What?
Yeah, exactly.
It's Irish CMOS. Listen, I just go with whatever it's got the best iodine and all these weird minerals and vitamins that are only in the CMOS. And I am doing a plug here because, you know, we could be shut down next to
get it.
InfoWars is up for sale next to So yeah, it's just emblematic of the tyranny we're under. Just like Elon Musk said on Rogan, he said he could, you know, if Kamala gets in, he's going to be shut down. This isn't a game. They tried to shut you down. So you know, we joke around and stuff, and I torture people looking at my, you know, because you made jokes about the shirts. I thought I'd go really crazy on air, but I mean, this is a war. This is a real deal. So I hope Trump wins today. You know, what are you predicting, Crowder?
230 electoral votes, huh?
I think he is going to win. I think it's going to be very close. We called Georgia. I think we'll be making the call of North Carolina quite soon. I think that, I'm getting word now that we are going to be calling North Carolina in just a minute. Actually, you know what? Hey, before we continue, do you want to be here for us to call North Carolina with you right now with us?
I do. I should probably put my shirt back on. So you guys.
No. Keep your shirt off. Trust me. This gets old. Alex, you haven't seen the entirety of the show. It gets weirder. So what you're going to be able to, he can see program? Hold on, Twin.
Yes, I'll give him program for this one.
So we're going to give you program because am I right? We're going to call. So right now it's time for another state call. And then, yeah. Brought to you by Noble Gold. And as we've been doing all night, of course, we have Donald Trump, the next president, who is here to call the state of North Carolina. I'm having a good time, Carolina, you can do tonight. Suck it, FEMA, you really screwed up with Hitler. The state where you invented doom and flight. Call me Sully, I'm gonna go. There's no stopping me. And the best part is we were really excited about it, and Alex Jones is gone.
Yeah.
When we're going too far for Alex Jones,
maybe he went to watch it. Maybe he didn't have a return monitor. Or
maybe that's the point where, you know, maybe it's like, hey, maybe
I hope it would. I hope we did that to be funny.
So listen, we feel pretty confident in this according to our projections.
I can't be associated with this. These people are crazy.
I just saw an intern walk by.
Yeah.
Like, no, Alex, he's probably out doing push-ups.
He is. I was doing burpees, Steven. I'm sorry. I was doing burpees. It's part of my program.
Some moss off my garage wall. I drank too much tap water. That's right. I felt a little gay.
According to our projections, he's going to win North Carolina by around 2.8%.
Presidential
By around
That's not enough for me.
Wow.
Which honestly is
a big deal.
pretty in line. Can someone bring up the RCP average? I think it was somewhere around 1.8.
I don't remember the exact
So they
number.
were
We can
pretty
bring
close.
that up. But I wanted to give you a couple other
What
pieces
happened
of
to this
information
stuff?
as we've been talking.
Hold on one second. Did you see North Carolina called, Alex? Did you get to? No.
Yes, I saw it.
All right.
I didn't know where you went. So I was like, oh man, we lost Alex.
No, he's got his shirt on.
Well, I've got a chamber pot over there. I just went and took a dump.
Okay.
You know that's what the Democrats are doing right now.
Yes, I do believe
Well,
they
they're
are.
doing it in their pants. So
Steven's got a
different.
crock pot next to
Yes, I do. It's actually it's an Instapot. Because
Listen, I never
putting
say
on-
this about Steve, but it's really cool because when I've co-hosted and guest hosted for him, I had the same thing here. He has a toilet in his chair, and it's very relaxing.
I do. I do.
And I also pee sitting down.
Yeah, well, I only pee sitting down when I'm doing the show, and that's a convenience factor. But I did change the chair because it used to be like that old foam chair that you have at your grandparents' house, where it feels like another butt up against your butt. So now it's actually it's a nice firm polymer, so you don't get that. It's like when you sit on someone else's desk.
No,
in
I agree.
school and
I
it's
don't
warm,
like,
it's
even though I'm old now,
anymore.
I don't like old people chairs, even though I'm kind of old now. It's weird to be 50, but I remember like grandma was like, it feels creepy. Like, it must be like this when you're like a junior high student and Tim Walls is your gay counselor.
Allegedly. Also, it's really
Alleged
weird.
my ass.
It's really weird when old people have carpeting up and around the toilets.
Yeah.
You had some information there, Gerald.
All right, so just some information. So we got some PA updates that we can have Ginger Snap come in and give us some.
Okay.
Kamala Harris is way underperforming in some very important places.
Okay.
Well, tell her to get on her knees.
And then I just wanted to give you this update too on Florida. So in 2020, Trump won Florida by 372,000. Right now, it's projected at over 1.5 million.
1.5 million.
He's going to win it by this time around.
Stop it, Nick.
What do you mean,
Nick?
Stop it, Nick.
Guys, you and your trend horse shit. I'm sorry.
It's just okay.
It's not
All
good.
right, Nick needs a snicker.
By the way,
there's been no good news tonight that Nick hasn't said.
By the way, real quick. Hey, real quick.
We're gonna lose Florida.
Real quick, Crowder.
Gerald, you can't quit. Gerald, you cannot quit.
Hey, no making out with Nick.
It's good.
Stop it. Stop it. Alex,
Don't hurt me.
Hey, Steven, something big here. Steven,
Don't
something.
make me take my shirt off.
You mean aside from an Aryan beating up a Sicilian, which the optics are not great? Yes. What is it, Alex?
Cecilia.
Listen, you guys are doing great on the numbers as well. I know you love Owen Schroyer, former political prisoner. He's in our big map room looking at some of the numbers. I want to get his, just for a minute or so, his take and analysis. I know you got a bunch of experts there. Let's put our brains together right now. But let's just go to Owen for a second to simulcast. I want him to give us a quick report. He says big developments. Owen.
Here's the deal.
Where's the best place for people to find you? I just want to say, where's the best place for people to find you? Because we didn't get your plug-in yet. Sorry, we have Joe Lewis in the studio. And
Well, I'm going to steal your dog. If InfoWars gets shut down, find me at Real Alex Jones on X, find me at alexjones.network, and also follow our backup channel at AJN for Alex Jones Network, AJN Live, and that'll be a big deal because when I got deplatformed, even great fans had trouble finding me. We're still on a lot of talk radio stations. We've got the uplinks at the new studio and stuff, but it's a lot smaller. We intend to expand, hopefully, move out of Austin, maybe up north by you guys. Who knows?
You know what, Alex, too? Also, I don't know if you know this, we just announced this tonight. Rumble Premium has been an ad-free service that's been around for a while. Mug Club now is Rumble Premium. Rumble Premium is Mug Club, where Mug Club proved that we could build out a network, but there are already more people like Donald Trump Jr. on Rumble Premium. They have some gamers there. They have
I've been talking to the owner. I've been talking to the head of Rumble with you guys as well. We're going to be working a lot more with Rumble regardless. I just got to know what's going to happen with InfoWars, but we're finally here. It'll be gone next Tuesday. And bad guys are probably going to buy it. So I've just been faithful to the crew here, but I'm ready to branch out and hopefully have the crew with me. But that's going on.
Right.
What are the numbers? How we looking? We're here for the damn election. 232. What did Google have it at? Trump at 230 electoral votes.
And you could always just you could just change.
But seriously, Owen is on it. I know you guys have your own war room. I want to hear your take on his analysis. So here's Owen Schroyer. Owen, come in here.
All right, everybody take a deep breath. Everybody just relax for a second. We got an election happening right now. The numbers in Pennsylvania and Georgia, in my view, I've crunched them. There's no path to victory. 82% in Pennsylvania. Harris would have to get 65% of the vote the rest of the way. It's just not there. The rural counties are competing with Philadelphia. She's not going to get 65% the rest of the way. And I just don't see why they just don't call it now. I'm telling you, Trump needs to come out and declare victory right now. Harris has not been getting 65% of the returns since 8 p.m. It's not happening. Trump is going to win Pennsylvania aside from shenanigans. Same thing happening in Georgia. Pull up Georgia. Harris at this point down. Look, Biden won Georgia by 12,000 votes. Trump won Georgia by less than 100,000 in 2016. These are better returns than both of those elections. There is no way Harris can come back from over 100,000 votes down, except ridiculous shenanigans, with 91% in. Think about that. What is she going to get? 75% of the last 10% vote? Not going to happen, not in a fair election. So we zoom back out. What does this mean? This means with Pennsylvania and Georgia and Nebraska, that's 270. That's a victory for Donald Trump. He needs to come out in 15 minutes and declare victory. I'll let him declare it. I won't be the one to declare victory, but that's what we see here on this map.
All right, Owen, stay there. I want to go back. Hold on, because we're breaking in with Stephen here. Stephen, I want to get your take, as you guys are looking at the numbers. You've got experts there as well. Owen, stay there. Don't go. What is your take on what Owen just said?
Okay, well, 1 second, because we were just having some issues that I wanted to bring it up.
We've talked about that before.
Well, so you know, we have called Georgia. So yeah. Owen is right on that. We've called Georgia pretty definitively. We're very confident in Georgia. We do have Lane the Brain in here with some updates in Pennsylvania, and I think there's some agreement. And then you have a little bit more context to some of those numbers. And I don't know if there's disagreement.
No, there's no disagreement at all. Really, the only difference is the map that we had on our from our side. We actually called Georgia.
Right.
So the only thing left for Trump to do is win one of those upper Midwest states, Wisconsin, Michigan, or Pennsylvania.
So let's bring up their Noodles, the election integrity map, because we have called Georgia so people can see that. Oh, is it DDoS again? It's DDoS. We've been DDoS attacked because, Alex, we've been providing this analysis on these numbers.
Okay, but he just said that, according to him, he has Pennsylvania.
Well, I know, according to what he just said.
So we cannot say that yet. We are not really willing to say that Pennsylvania, we are not willing to say that, but to reflect on what he said with those trends, how he said she needs 65% of the vote. If you want to pull up what our analyst just put together, that graph, this will kind of help show what Owen was talking about.
Okay.
Because it reflects exactly what our numbers are saying.
Great. So there you go. So Alex, we actually have a graph that I don't know if you guys can see it on your program. You may not be able to.
Pull it back down.
But we've had some graphs here that we're actually able to present to people as far as what percentage of the vote needs to be won in the future. So let's bring up that. You want to bring up that graph?
I'll get it to him right now.
But everything that Owen just said checks out.
Gotcha.
And that's why we actually called Georgia
right there
not that long ago. Let's bring this up. You have it there?
Yeah, we've got it.
Okay, so Pennsylvania. So I don't know if you can see this, Alex.
We can.
But Lane the Brain, describe this, because we've been showing this.
It's right there.
Describe it for some new viewers, people coming in from Alex's show who may not be familiar with this metric that you've shown.
Correct. So this is essentially reflecting the sentiment that they were just talking about. If you look at the red bar, so the farthest to the right is actually the most recent information that we have. And it says 54.2.
And by information, I mean the most recent vote dump.
Yes, correct. Yes. So the most recent vote dump, Donald Trump collected 54.2% of that.
Right.
And what that tells us is of the outstanding vote remaining, he only needs to win 45,
right?
Which, means Kamala Harris would need to win about 55% of that vote.
Right.
So our percentages are a little different, but the trend is exactly the same.
And you are again, we're not making the call, but pretty confident that it's very unlikely with the votes that are remaining in Pennsylvania that she would be reaching those margins.
Correct. And the reason that we feel a little confident in Pennsylvania, not in calling it, but in the direction it's going, is if there's two bellwether counties, essentially, that you want to look at, which are Erie County and Northampton County. And in the last vote dump, Donald Trump closed the gap in Erie County by about 7%, and he's only trailing by 3.6 now. So he keeps making that up. But Northampton County is the one you want to look at, because he actually lost that by 0.7% in 2020 to Joe Biden. But right now,
we're looking on the map for Northampton.
Can you give me a
fucking Rain Man over here just reading them at a million miles?
But I have.
Give me a Dramamine. Google it.
So what we do see in Northampton is that Trump is leading by a substantial. He's leading by 5.2.
Like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? No.
In the last 150 years, that county hasn't predicted the winner of the state. I think 2004, 2000, and 1968.
So it's not just the fact, Alex, to go back to that. It's not just the fact that he's doing better than in 2020, but it's the fact that that actually, in combination with that, is a bellwether county that's indicative of someone winning the country at large.
That is correct.
For the state, it's pretty significant. Seems all metrics that we have right now that he should win the state, but that microcosm within the state suggests strongly that he would win the country. And this is, by the way, given the fact that we've already called Georgia.
Right. And then even if you move past Pennsylvania, if you can pull up the New York Times thing that we sent you, they're starting to even not have much room to win.
I was going to say they were noticing it. They were leaning Trump.
Oh, really?
About an hour ago.
Yes.
It was the first time they had said it in this entire cycle.
So they're leaning him in popular vote also, but they also have him up in PA, Wisconsin, and Michigan. They give him over a 65% chance in all of those states to win.
Yep.
And if he wins any of those states,
Poly market's at 97% for Trump now.
Yeah, hold on. I wanted to do a poly market check-in after.
Sorry.
Alex, hold on, everyone, guys. There's too much. Hold on 1 second. Alex, are you still there? Did you hear the announcement? So Owen was right on the money, and we have access to, again, some metrics here behind the scenes that kind of exclusive here that we can parse out.
No, I know. You guys did a great job. Well, that's super news.
And so did Owen. He's right on the money.
So it looks like, I mean, in the old days, when somebody won, they would declare so they wouldn't do shenanigans. I think Trump needs to declare here in the next few hours.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that if he wins Pennsylvania, he absolutely should declare. We're not fully, and if you guys are, that's great. We're not fully.
No, we're not saying we're 100% right. We're just saying it looks like it to us.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way.
It looks like it to me too. I think, Alex, my only hesitation would be I don't want to give people like, oh, Donald Trump is cheating again. You got to like, I just don't want that. I want to.
They'll try and go with those.
Let it become a little bit more obvious. I agree with you though to like put a stop to any of the potential steal or anything that is going on to kind of head that off. But I just want it to be a little bit more.
One
clear.
final thing. So, Alex, I know we're going to. Can we have our team cross-reference these counties that are particularly, important right now, and look at the Jewish voting population?
Yeah.
Because looking at the trends that we already have. No, I'm just saying.
No, we can look at those. We can look at those in PA.
In other words, we can look at those in PA, but that might help us make a prediction a little bit earlier if we see those numbers still continue to track.
And to that point, we were able, when we did call North Carolina, it was about 10 minutes ahead of Reuters' call on that as well.
Right.
So we did beat them to the punch.
Yeah. Thank you, Mug
There
Club.
we go. So we're the first place right here, guys. Mug Club. Rumble Premium, if you guys want to support it, click that button right now. Join Rumble Premium. You just heard maybe info floors at Rumble Premium. I know that Alex Jones has a lot, we don't know what's going to happen after next week, but the water's warm. And we made the North Carolina call before they did it Reuters. We made the Georgia call. I want you to stick around here for a little bit, laying the brain. Alex, we do have to get going, but tell Owen if he can't still hear us. Great work.
Yep.
And we may even be able to check in with you guys later. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to us behind the scenes too.
Absolutely. And just want to say great job with your investigative team. Winning this election, you guys have done just as good as James O'Keefe, and he's always been the North Star. We're not in competition. We're all on the same team, but incredible job for all your supporters, everybody else. And I love working with you, and I love your crew. This is a historic moment, so thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Alex. We appreciate it. Alex Jones and Owen Schroyer, everybody.
All right. Now, I'm going to stop here for a moment. I want to focus here and think about what I'm going to say. So let's just air a InfoWars Lives Forever promo and just something else, because this is so historic. I know what I'm going to say, but this is a big deal, and that's what I do is I call it when I see it, and I'm going to just say it. Okay? So just air a couple little promos or something, and then get that Elon Musk clip where he says there'll be no country, no election after this if Trump doesn't get in. So get out there and vote. I'm gonna play that clip. You can't play that enough. It's so important. That's clip 11. I think that's from yesterday. Elon Musk, if Trump doesn't win, I think this is the last election. That's how close we've come. And it's not 100% right now because they'll try to shut it down and steal it afterwards. God knows, but I'm going to think about this for a few minutes. I'm going to come back with Owen Schroyer and Harrison Smith and give you some critical analysis. I'm just going to tell you what I think is really going on here. So stay with us. Tell everybody you know and people you don't know, and share that link on your text message, your email.
Well, shit, I'm going to play my commercials. I got a couple AI commercials I'm going to play. We'll be right back. I got to take a leak anyways.
Hello, my name is Ronald McDonald, and I want to sell you one of my brand fatty, extra greasy, guaranteed to clog your arteries, Surprise Burger. The Surprise Burger is something new. We didn't go with beef on these patties. We went with something Well, a little bit different. It's a surprise. With these new surprise burgers, the mystery is half the fun. It has got people just running into the building just to get a taste of this juicy, succulent mystery meat.
I've got to have the mystery meat in my mouth. Give me that burger.
Even the little ones will enjoy the surprise burger because we also have a surprise Burger Kids meal. Each surprise Burger Kids meal comes with a free toy on the bottom of the bun. Ha ha ha, it's fun for everyone. Fun for everyone.
I love the new surprise Burger Kids meal.
You see? That little chunky booger loves this stuff. So don't forget to like and subscribe and get your burger-loving self over here to McDonald's and pick you up one of these homeless man burgers. Surprise burgers. We also take Bitcoin and any other crypto you have in your wallet as payment.
Hello, I'm Gary Gensler. As you may already know, I absolutely hate cryptocurrency, but you know what I don't hate? Having a big old bowl of Gensler-O's in the morning. Gensler-O's, the one and only cereal that just tastes like but don't take my word for it, just ask these kids.
Mom, this tastes like a cat took a dump in my cereal bowl.
Nothing starts my day better than the high-fiber plain, bland taste of Gensler-O's.
This tastes like 2 cans of dog puke.
Nobody can resist the undeniable flavor of failure in this unique breakfast cereal. You too can also have your own box of Gensler-O's for just a low price of 1 Bitcoin. Each box comes with a free poster of yours truly, Gary G. Who wouldn't want one of those?
Not only is this absolutely horrible, but I don't like you, Gary Gensler.
Gensler-O's, even though some cereals are subject to the securities laws, it follows that most cereal intermediaries have to comply with securities laws as well. I think Gensler-O's is indeed a security because it does, for a fact, comply with the Howey test. Gensler-O's, the one and only cereal that just tastes like
All right, let's see what we got. Is that back for the Elon Musk quote? Damn, that's crazy.
Fraud early in the night claimed that
my bad. Damn it.
Biden the puppet had won Arizona. That was a lie. We're not jumping the gun. The polls are closed. This isn't going to affect things, but we've seen massive fraud. We know in key states like Nevada, they say for 3 days after they're going to take non-postmarked ballots. That's insane. We know illegals voted. We know unprecedented fraud they got caught in, but I'm going to say it right now. Trump, despite all the fraud, is the winner because Owen already went over the political numbers and crunched them, and Crowder's got a bunch of experts in there as well, and they looked at it. They're not going to call it yet, but she doesn't have the votes now, and things are collapsing fast, and states that weren't even in play are now in play. 99% chance Trump is the winner. And what Owen keeps saying is this: as soon as it's clear, as soon as Pennsylvania goes, he's got to declare it now, or they are going to throw it into question and supply the fraud they need in those key blue cities. History is happening now. President Trump is the winner. He was the winner 4 years ago, but this landslide was so big that the fraud did not stop it. And it looks like, despite all the fraud, it's still going to be a big win. Owen, you're doing an excellent job. You and Harrison lay out the latest numbers now at exactly 12 midnight Eastern, 11 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Pacific. Owen Schroyer.
Harris and I were just discussing what you just said. This is 2020 all over again. Trump needs to come out and declare victory right now, because I'm telling you, Alex, I can feel it. They're going to start stuffing the ballots in Philadelphia if he doesn't declare victory. They're going to start stuffing the ballots in Atlanta if he doesn't declare victory. It's their only hope. The numbers do not add up. Harris is now to the point where she would have to get 70% of the remaining votes, and they're not there. They're just not there. So unless we see the final numbers in Pennsylvania with Trump getting 3.4 and then Harris gets 3.5, which would be a fraud, it's just not there. And here's why I'm suspicious. Because we've crunched the numbers. You were just crunching the numbers before. Why hasn't Pennsylvania or Georgia been called for Trump? Fox News will not even call Pennsylvania or Georgia for Trump. Things are at play. There is no reason why these two states have not been called for Donald Trump at midnight now, past midnight Eastern, 11 o'clock Central. The numbers are not there. It could get tighter, but the numbers are not there. Georgia and Pennsylvania should both be declared for Trump across the media landscape, and the fact they're not doing it tells me they got something up their sleeve, Alex. And all Trump needs is Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Nebraska. That's 270. It's over.
Appreciate you guys.
Now, aside from that, Michigan and Wisconsin are starting to trend towards Donald Trump, and the Senate races are now starting to move in the favor of Republicans. So now you're looking at a potential +5 in the Senate for Republicans. I'm telling you, major things are afoot. I hope the GOP, the RNC, Michael Whatley, Laura Trump, a team of lawyers are watching what's going on in Milwaukee, Detroit, Philadelphia, and Atlanta. Because this is big. Not only the presidential election, but the Senate seats are up as well. Minnesota's gone blue. That looks like a done deal. But right now, Wisconsin and Michigan are in play, and the Senate seats are in play as well. But the Senate seats we get should have Pennsylvania. They have declared Ohio. They have declared West Virginia. Montana looks good. The Republicans are taking the Senate. That's a done deal. But this is outrageous, Alex. This is outrageous. Unless Kamala Harris gets 70% of the remaining vote in Pennsylvania and 80% of the remaining vote, maybe even 90 in Georgia, which is impossible, not going to happen, not possible numbers, these states are over. And the fact they won't call it makes me feel like we're living 2020 all over again. Trump needs to come out, declare victory, put the numbers on the screen. What happened last time? After the election, we started showing the numbers. After the election, when nobody's watching anymore, the average American is paying attention right now. The average American is watching the election right now. Trump and his team need to come out with the same numbers that everybody has access to and say, here's the chart. Kamala Harris hasn't gotten 70% returns in 5 hours. If she gets them now, it's fraud. In Georgia and in Pennsylvania, show people the numbers, declare victory, stop this deal before it happens. You win Nebraska in the next hour, that's 270. I don't want to live 2020 all over again, and then anything after that is pie, but you need to be watching these states as well because these Senate seats are up as well. And now with returns in Arizona and Nevada coming in, I mean, the Senate could swing majorly for Republicans, but let's just focus on Georgia and Pennsylvania.
Well, hey, sorry to interrupt, but just breaking, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger in Georgia said in an evening election day update he believes Donald Trump will take Georgia's 16 electoral votes, saying the lead is insurmountable with the number of votes outstanding. So the media might not be calling Georgia, but the Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger has essentially called the state for Trump. So that's the reason Trump could claim victory in Georgia, regardless of what the media says. The Secretary of State It's done the math. 90% of ballots counted. He's leading by more than 142,000 votes.
It's over.
He has won.
It's over.
Yep.
Guys, give me Pennsylvania real quick. Do we have any hands back there? Well, nonetheless, virtually the same thing. Is this live?
I think that was him making the statement about 15 minutes ago, I think.
Okay. Well, the exact same phenomenon in Georgia is going on in Pennsylvania. The numbers are insurmountable.
Yep.
They're coming in virtually even right now. Really, they're coming in about even. Trump has a 200,000 vote lead. And with every vote that comes in, with every tranche of votes that come in, it lowers Harris's chances. I mean, they're basically 1% right now. Yeah. Okay. So again, the numbers in Georgia are simply insurmountable. This is over 100,000, as you can see here, 93%. Okay. So Kamala Harris would now have to get 90% of the remaining votes. And if you go to DeKalb County, go to Fulton County, they're just not there, folks. They're just not there. You're already 93% in Fulton. Now give me DeKalb.
And DeKalb is one they're worried about because that's a Democratic stronghold and they're taking forever to count the votes. But again, Brad Raffensperger, Secretary of State, just gave a statement where he said it's over. So
the numbers are not there. The numbers are just not there. There you go, 90% in there. The numbers are just not there. So, I mean, again, if they're setting it the same thing up, go ahead.
All right, Owen, let me stop you for a moment. Brian Krasenstein, thing one, or is he thing two? Democrat Party operative just said Elon Musk won this for Trump. That's the tweet. Yeah, they're even beginning to capitulate. This is incredible. I hope they don't shoot down Trump Force One with an air service-to-air missile or something like that. Now we're going to see the aftermath of this, but it's coming in now.
I'm feeling this
and
like
so
that.
I don't see how they turn this around. Harrison and Owen, and then Candace Horvath, popular podcaster. Give us your take on this historic moment. I don't want to say it's 100% in the bag, but it looks like it is right now.
I know I don't want to celebrate too soon, but oh my gosh, a lot has changed since I took a break and came back, and so exciting. I'm so proud of North Carolina for going red. I am a tiny bit concerned that Georgia seems to have stalled a little bit, and I agree we need to call it because we don't want any shenanigans to happen. But yeah, I didn't see it flipping that fast with all those states. We were like on the edge of our seats just like an hour and a half ago saying what was going to happen and how much he needed to take Virginia, and I'm here for it. This is amazing.
Let's go back right now, folks, to the live feed of the Harris HQ. They don't look too happy. Here's live footage. I mean, a few folks are still dancing around, but other people look really concerned right now. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, she's worried.
I mean, I see a few people still, you know, let's pipe in the audio we can. I guess they got music going in the background. You never see Democrats with American flags unless they try to fool people, but we got some here. Still some dancing going on, but people... We love World War III. We love human smuggling. We love poison shots and Bill Gates too. You will eat the bugs. We will sterilize you. We love GMO and 5G too. La 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 la. I mean, I'm sorry for these people, but these folks are just victims of the system. So doesn't look too good there.
Do you think they're paid to be there too? Some of them, or no?
And it came out most of her rallies were paid, or they would tell them Beyonce was be playing. It's just amazing. Wow. So basically, looks like Trump's won. So Fox, declared that Biden won just to steal it. So I'll just declare that Trump has won the 2024 election. I mean, one of the Krasensteins already has. It's clear. But I am concerned what Owen and Harrison were just saying. If Trump doesn't get out as soon as Pennsylvania goes, they're just going to keep it going for weeks and then magically supply what they need. What do you think?
I agree. Yeah, I think that he needs to come out and call it. Yeah, that and Georgia.
All right. Well, we're live right now, but we're about to take this clip, put it up on X. So there you go. InfoWars calls it. As a headline, Fox News. Hey, InfoWars calls it. Trump wins 2024 election. Public waiting for the 47th president of the United States to declare victory. There's your headline. Owen, Harrison, comments on this?
Yeah, there's some very interesting numbers coming out. Fox News reporting that AP VoteCast, and this is just statistically very unique, 23% of black men nationwide voted for Trump this year. Staggering numbers there. He is still projected to win the popular vote, with the odds of him winning the whole thing up over 90%, according to most. Latino voters went for Trump 60% in Michigan. Donald Trump just won Anson County, North Carolina. That county is 40% black. Trump becomes just the second Republican to win this county since the 1870s. So first to win that county since Reconstruction. So, I mean, really, this has been a landslide for all intents and purposes. I mean, maybe it doesn't look like that in the electoral map, but he has increased his share of practically every demographic across the board. And I mean, it's over 90%. It's been over 90% likelihood of Trump winning for the last hour at least. Apparently, the RNC just forced Center County, Pennsylvania officials to stop counting ballots throughout the night, as they plan to keep counting, or they plan to stop counting. So this, the thought is that they will not be able to pull off the late night mail-in ballot dumps that they used to cheat in 2020, showing that the RNC being proactive and being on the ball has stopped them once again from having another vector for fraud. Trump has exceeded his 2020 share of the Hispanic vote by a pretty massive margin. So it just shows you that, calling him racist over and over for years on end, not the successful election winning strategy that they thought it would be. So just, anywhere where there is secure elections, anywhere where they've done even the bare minimum of securing the elections, getting rid of mail-in votes and these things, he has increased his share of the electorate massively. It's only in the places where we knew they were going to cheat and where they talked about cheating, where they talked about organizing together secretaries of state and others to rig this thing.
And Harrison, we talked about this, had to be decisive, so they couldn't play those games. And again, at a certain point, if 90% of people voted for a candidate, let's say if the fraud went on for 50 years and finally 90% voted, no one would be able to cover that up. So he's getting up into this of the electorate, people that actually vote, because that 23% of black men voted of the voters, or 23% of total black men. Because if that was 23% of voters, then that would be more like half of the black men. What's the number on that?
It just says VoteCast projects Trump winning a staggering 23% of black men nationwide. So that must be votes cast. 23% of votes cast, I think, is what that's saying.
All right, well, that's still better than the past. There is a political realignment. I know you guys have a clip of Ratburger just about 15 minutes ago, who really helped steal it in Georgia 4 years ago. But we've got that clip from your end. Play from your studio.
No audio, damn it. I want to hear him.
All right, let's stop there. The crew wanted to play it from the other studio, which I didn't want to do. We have the clip over here. We'll play that clip, but I'm going to take this big announcement right now, and we're going to put it out on X. The last 10, 15 minutes we just talked about, that is so important. Candace Horback is our guest. We're going to get Roger Stone, General Flynn, and so many others popping in here tonight. Also, we have an X Spaces going. We're going to get in there and be taking your comments there, and phone calls coming up. It's not 100% there yet, but I'd say it's 99.5%. And so let's not quite get too excited yet, but it looks like it's in the bag, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely incredible, and we need to understand that Trump needs to declare victory very, very soon, so they don't freeze off those states and deliver whatever amount of votes they need. So you guys go ahead and let's play a special report here. Let's go ahead and play one of John Bound's new reports that is really, really important. And there's a lot of them he put out today. So you guys just pick one of those and play that, and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
China's Global Civilization Initiative as the third major global initiative presented by China after the Global Development Initiative and the Global Security Initiative. This narrative...
I don't want to hear that shit.
Hey, don't forget to hit that like, and subscribe button.
love that damn commercial. Let's see who else is live over here on no YouTube. We got D-Man. Actually, shout out to D-Man. He's live right now. He probably won't see this, but I got he sent me a package in the mail, a bunch of coins. Appreciate you, D-Man. So I'm gonna drop his drop the link to his channel. Well, at least to this video. If you guys want to go give D-Man a follow, dude makes diamond art. He's in the scratch off lotto community. Goes live a lot. If you want to hang out there, this is D-Man's channel. Who else is live here? We got D-Man, Social Media Grow. I don't know if any of you guys ever heard of this channel. I've been hanging out over here at the Social Media Grow. This dude does a pretty cool thing. I'll leave this channel too. He
yelling at people.
he gets a bunch of channels on there, and I like his setup. He'll play. He does like a little giveaway. He'll pick a channel.
I feel like for sure I'm probably gonna be
and then he
shocked,
plays
and they
their
won't
videos
subscribe to
on
me, and I don't want that.
his channel, and then everybody goes and likes their video, gives them some watch
You know what I'm
hours.
saying?
It's pretty cool shit. I told him, you know, you can
when I
come on
see
the
my
channel
friend
anytime and hang out. I like his setup. It's pretty cool. He has he had like a little bot in the chat that does an automatic.
I would never do that. But
Like
you know,
a,
this is just my opinion.
it's a
and
picker,
how I
like a
feel
picker,
about
and it'll pick somebody that's active in the chat, and then it'll throw their channel up there, and his channel, everybody watches their a video from the channel.
what you should or shouldn't
Pretty
do.
neat thing he's got going on. And then over here on the left side, he has people that have donated their channels, just play it over and over and over again. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen a channel like this personally.
Reset this again.
So that's Social Grow. They're live. Crackadonna's crazy ass. Crackadonna over here. He has an open panel. He does an open, like today looks like an open panel for the election. So live stream I've been hanging out on.
Oh, what girls have said?
Pretty crazy community. It gets wild over there.
Pretty much every female.
It's pretty fucking wild over there.
Oh,
But he also is a gamer. Dragon Rider's live right now. What's he got going on? He's watching the election. Shout out to Dragon Rider. This dude, you guys all know. If you don't know Dragon Rider, here's his channel right here. Go check him out. This motherfucker, like, he's always streaming. Always streaming. I'm gonna tell him right now. Yo, what up? I'm on a live stream. Checking out your live stream. Just showing some love. Definitely go check out Dragon Rider. Dude's cool as fuck. He's sitting there with the spoon. Look at him. Look at him eating that, whatever he's eating. Can't even see it. So this is Dragon Rider right here. See if he reads my message. See if he checks his fucking chat. Nope. 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 Oh. 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 Maybe. No. He's looking at something. There's a 13-second delay. Nah, he doesn't check his chat. But check him out. If you want to see someone eating yogurt, go check out Dragon Rider. Look at your chat, fool. Try to say what's up. Who else we got? Crypto Lounge went live. So he did a little bit of coverage. Shout out to Crypto Lounge. All right, let's go back over to Alex Jones, see what's up.
Creator of the universe and our children, and this is the genesis point of the new revolution of information.
I will always believe, and I will always say in public, that Alex Jones is the most extraordinary person I've ever met.
I'll tell you, that fucking guy is right about a lot of shit.
Alex Jones has been right a lot of times.
Alex has been right on for over a decade.
Fluoride, just like Alex Jones was saying, not good. It's crazy.
The real war's here with the globalists and Soros and Obama and the New World Order and BlackRock. They've declared war on us, and we accept the challenge. We're taking the
Shout out to the 21 people watching. Appreciate you guys.
AlexJones.network.
There is a link in the chat if you want to jump on, say what's up.
InfoWars could be shut down in just a few weeks. But regardless, the fight continues at AJN Live on X, the Alex Jones Network. If the globalists think they're going to shut us down, they've got another thing coming. The Second American Revolution continues on at AJN Live. Follow me there now for news updates and critical intel as we restore our republic. All right, we do have the Ratburger clip now, and Owen and Harrison. Trump's won. The left's now started to capitulate. If Trump declares victory tonight, we can probably try to save the country if they don't shoot down his airplane before he's president inaugurated. And so now the 76 days of hell begins.
There is no reason.
We coined all those terms and predicted everything before January 6th, even though I walked right into a trap later. So here we are, Owen and Harrison, and then Candace Warback. Let's get your take on this.
I'm so excited. I don't want to celebrate too early, but we've got our champagne glasses and everyone on Twitter is really excited. And a little cherry on top is Bitcoin is up over 8%. So again, right, if you have any crypto, this is really good for you. And it is telling. So I'm glad that you announced it first right here on InfoWars.
Well, the globalists want us to be poor to control us. The truth is humans have unlimited resources. We can do anything.
That is the truth.
And I just want to say I love the crew. They put up with me because I'm so intense. And I just want to say we've been through hell here. And the crew's been through hell, and Owen and all of us. But it's been worth it. And even if they shut us down next week, we'll continue on. And it's just a fitting end if we are shut down, because it'll just explode us even bigger like Tucker Carlson. And we don't give up because they try to convince us we failed. No, you failed. You've been total tyrants, and the world sees it. And so make a tyrant act like a tyrant.
I think that's what's happening, right? And I think when we were talking about the typical voters that would vote Democrat, so these male Black voters, the Hispanic voters, I mean, how insulting do you think it was when she was putting on these fake accents at these town halls, or when you have Obama that's emasculating a group of young Black men? Like, everyone is fed up with it, and they're showing it in the votes. So good job, America.
Oh, my goodness. But there's still a chance they can steal if it doesn't declare. Explain that, Owen. Explain that, Harrison. That's key. I know everybody pretty much gets it. We need to go through the technicals.
Well, look, again, the numbers, it's over. I mean, Georgia is done. There's no way. I don't know. I haven't gotten any new updates, so I don't know if they're pausing it and rigging it. They've already announced that there's 50,000 ballots about to come into Philadelphia and another 40,000 tomorrow. I mean, they don't even hide it anymore. They're just saying what they're going to do. And of course, every single one of those will be for Harris. And that's, guess what? Exactly the number that they'll need. So, I mean, this is ludicrous. But let's just say we stop them from cheating. And maybe it's a trap. I mean, honestly, Alex, I'm looking at this like, is it a trap? Are they just going to let the Democrats do this and then catch them in the act? And then, you know, like Trump has been saying, law enforcement on the scene, we're watching. So are they going to let him drop 100,000 ballots in Philadelphia and then catch them? Are they going to do the same thing in Wisconsin, in Michigan, where they're losing right now, also losing the Senate races? The Democrats are about to lose a lot of political power. And if we know anything about these people, they will do anything for political power. They will lie, cheat, and steal. And we are in the midnight hour right now. So look, if we didn't have the most corrupt times in American history, this election is over. Trump already has 270. It's done. He'd declare. We'd be popping the bottles, clinking the glasses, smoking the cigars. Unfortunately, that's not where we're at. Now, it's being reported from inside the Trump headquarters that Trump has prepared his victory speech and he's getting ready to take the stage and declare victory. But they're not going to, the mainstream media is all in on the steal right now. Fox, MSNBC, CNN, none of them will declare Georgia. None of them will declare Pennsylvania. Those states are over. And the fact they won't declare it tells me they're getting ready for shenanigans. So, I mean, what do we do? We just say, screw them. They're completely invalidated. They have no control. They are liars. They are cheaters. We don't care. We don't need the mainstream media. It's over. They've lied to us for 9 years about Trump. They're going to lie to us again tonight. So I don't know. Maybe this is maybe we have this weird watershed cultural philosophical break moment tonight where we just leave them all behind. Trump declares victory and we say, you're the leader. We're listening to you. We're moving forward with you. Anybody that is not on board, you're done. You're out of the picture. You're invalidated. You're discredited. Because I think that, I mean...
that's right. Why don't we always let Fox News stab us in the back and lie about Arizona? That was proven later. Trump's got it unless they magically produce all these new fake ballots after the election. But if he continues to win other states, that'll be such a victory that won't even matter if they steal one or two of them. Harrison Smith, what are you thinking?
I mean, look, yeah, they're announcing these big ballot drops. Apparently, Detroit, Michigan, Wayne County are not delivering any partial votes. They're waiting to deliver all of the votes at once. So right now they have Trump up in Michigan, but is Jocelyn Benson, the one that has been organizing all of the swing state secretaries of state to work together, trying to defeat Trump, who she calls a common enemy. But like in Pennsylvania, he's up by 200,000 votes, I'm pretty sure. So they can dump 50, they can dump 70, they can dump, I mean, they don't have enough votes to win this, as far as I can tell. Some places have already called Georgia. 270 to win has called Georgia. I'm seeing the Daily Wire's called Georgia. So, I mean, a lot of places are already calling Georgia. Pennsylvania, I mean, people are saying it would need a miracle, but it wouldn't be a miracle. It would be a cheat. It would be a dump of, 200,000 votes, which they'd have to all go for Kamala. It's outrageous. It's impossible, as far as I can tell.
And we've got the Democrats. Most of them look like people on the deck of the Titanic isn't singing, but some are still dancing. Let's fade that back up and go back to Harrison.
I think that's the Trump campaign.
Oh, that's the Trump campaign. Sorry. Oh, so there's the Trump campaign. Let's see what's happening with the Democrats. Sorry, I couldn't see the red hats. I'm blind.
Yeah, forget the Titanic.
There's your Democrat headquarters. The bleachers have already cleared out. They've pretty much accepted defeat. They're going home. So it's kind of strange. It's like, I mean, we'll see if they have any ounce of integrity left. If they just all of a sudden say, oh, we flipped Pennsylvania, we flipped Georgia. Even these Democrat voters would sit there and kind of have to double take at that. But I mean, all the trends are good. He's already reached critical mass in Pennsylvania and Georgia and Nebraska. That's 270. I mean, it's just, we're dealing with the same thing from 2020. Trump comes out, declares victory. And you know what? And it not just declare victory. Trump has to announce to the American people, the mainstream media is dead, including Fox News. Our elections are completely rigged. It needs to be this watershed, cultural, political, philosophical movement where we just break from the establishment entirely. We run the country now. We declare victory now. We leave you behind. You are irrelevant. You are invalidated. You are discredited. We break from you. You have no more control over our souls, minds, bodies. It's over. Whatever you try to pull off in the next whatever days, you're done. We're taking our country back. So some sort of a message of unification, putting the corrupt establishment behind, and just having that break, just having that philosophical break, that cultural break, that political break, because they're doing the same things they did in 2020. I break from them. I null and void them. I discredit them. I'm done with them. We know you're liars, cheaters, and thieves. We break from you. We beat you. You couldn't out-cheat us with our votes. We win. You lose. We're done with you.
Oh, and I totally agree with you. We're not going to wait for Fox News to lie. We're not going to wait for them to drag this out, as they said they wouldn't accept it, wouldn't do it. So when does Trump declare victory? Now?
I would say as soon as possible. I would have done it 30 minutes ago. I don't know if they're waiting for, and here's my concern. I haven't gotten an update in Georgia for a while. So that concerns me.
Yeah, are they putting the covers up over the tabulation center in Fulton County? Is that magic happening again?
You never know. You never know. But when they stop counting, it concerns me. I hope the Republicans are watching and not relying on Raffensperger. Maybe Raffensperger coming out and saying, oh, it's over, is him getting the dogs off his back so they can come in and win their play.
Could it be?
Fox News declared it at like 7 o'clock at night. It turned out that we'd won Arizona. So they do this, and we've already beat all this fraud, and the numbers aren't there for them to get Pennsylvania now. There's not enough votes. The Secretary of State's announced Trump has won Georgia, but the mainstream media won't do it. So they're all scurrying around, figuring out what to do. And so I mean, that's why we're wargaming it. We're all inside our heads. Whatever I'm thinking, you're hearing. What Owen's thinking, what Harris is thinking, what Candace is thinking. We got to get Roger Stone. We got to get General Flynn on here. So start calling them. Let's play the Ratzenberger clip from now about 40 minutes ago of the capitulation in Georgia that you're not really getting a lot of places, which tells you there's some chicanery probably going on. Here's the clip.
Chicanery.
I think you probably are falling where we are right now. And where we see the numbers, 4.7 of the total votes have already come in. That achievement of being done by 10:30 at night is a first in our history out of the 5.2 million. Also, if you look at who's leading the race right now, Donald J. Trump has an insurmountable lead with the number of votes outstanding.
And that's what they're basically saying the numbers show in Pennsylvania, but they're not announcing that, Owen. And let's look with you and Harrison at some of the other states where those are going, but we're already almost to the number he needs, that 270. And then let's talk about the House and Senate races, the latest on that.
Well, I like the way Wisconsin looks, and not just with the trends for the 10 electoral college votes. Wisconsin is also looking good for us to unseat Tammy Baldwin. And so
that'd be amazing.
With that victory, that'll put Republicans +2 in the Senate. If we continue with the numbers in Pennsylvania, that puts Republicans +3 in the Senate. And then depending on what happens in Michigan, which is trending nicely for the Senate and the presidency as well, you could see +4 in the Senate.
What about Minnesota and Royce White?
Minnesota's blue. That deal is pretty much done.
Too bad.
Only 61% reporting, but probably not going to change anytime soon. Trump's up in Wisconsin and Michigan at this point. He's up in Pennsylvania. He's up in Georgia. I mean, people are acting like he's won, like MSNBC, all these people that I'm monitoring. They seem to have accepted it already. So I think he needs to make this speech as soon as possible. I think Owen is exactly right. He needs to come out ahead of this. And we're seeing more and more people saying Trump will be addressing supporters soon. People that are there in Mar-a-Lago are saying that he is preparing to give a speech momentarily.
Thank you, Chaka.
There's a lot of rumors going around. I'm trying not to say anything that's not confirmed yet. All right, CNN just admitted that Trump has a larger margin in Georgia than there are outstanding votes, but are still refusing to call Georgia. So that's just, why not? Why not? I mean, that's what the Secretary of State said. CNN admits it, so it's time to call Georgia. We can just put a Georgia on lock for Trump at this point.
Yeah, it's virtually the same situation in Pennsylvania. There's more outstanding votes, but it's virtually the same situation. Trump needs to come out again. He'll choose his messaging here to be as aggressive or as peaceful as he wants. But I mean, maybe even pepper in, if you're going to show up at 3 o'clock in the morning tonight with 100,000 votes for Harris in 5 different counties, law enforcement will be arresting you. I just shut this thing down now. Shut it down now. And you tell them, if you're going to be delivering the perfect number of votes like you did in 2020, we're going to arrest you. Even if he's bluffing, I don't even care. Just bluff it. Just do something to stop them from stealing this, because this is outrageous. This deal is over. It's just like 2020. We've won. It's time to declare victory.
And by the way, Trump did flip Erie County in Pennsylvania. So
it's done.
Yeah, it is pretty much done. I mean, 86% reporting. He's up by 200,000. Is that right? 200,000.
I mean, look, all right. So if we want to, Harrison, if we want to kind of, let's put the negativity aside. Now we're looking at this. Trump could win Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona is looking pretty good right now. Arizona, whatever, somehow the vote in Arizona goes perfectly 50-50. It's almost impossible, but yet here we are. But if you get Michigan, Wisconsin, and then either Arizona or a Nevada, you're looking at a decisive victory, and Trump is currently on pace to win the popular vote.
Which is just amazing. And if you go to, I think Jack Posobiec tweeted it out. I retweeted it. The map that shows which direction the vote moved, whether it moved red or blue, and how far. And the entire country shifted red significantly. So, it's not possible that he didn't win. At this point, And everybody I see on X is basically saying the same thing. He needs to announce. Why is he not announcing? I mean, people are very eager to get this over with and just call
I
it.
understand why they're doing it. He's got to be careful, although spin it back like he declared too early. But it's a sweet spot. He needs to do it within 1 hour. I predict at it's 11:35 here. Let's go with Eastern time. It's 12:35 Eastern. I predict. Let me think here. I am projecting, which is about a 95% prediction. I am predicting that at 1:27, Trump comes out on the stage. 1:27. You guys want to call a number? Make a bet here?
I think he comes out at, I think we're 25 minutes away.
I was going to say pretty much the same thing, that it's going to be at exactly
midnight.
1. Leave it to 12 p.m. Or 12 a.m. Central Time. Apparently, Kamala Harris has announced she will not be speaking at her party tonight. So
It's a Hillary Clinton phenomenon.
It's a Hillary Clinton maneuver here. Campaign official says large crowds have already begun to leave. So they're already clearing out of Howard University, where she was supposed to give her victory.
That's it. It's the final side.
Everybody's leaving.
Wow. Tell us where that's being reported. Oh, my God. Just like Hillary, first time ever in modern history that a loser, well, Hillary did it in 2016, got drunk, reportedly, it was by her own people, and threw fits and had to be restrained by the Secret Service. And so now, I'm sorry, report that slowly. I'm interrupting. Harris Smith, CBS reporting she will not speak to the deck of the Titanic. Yeah! Woo, baby!
Cheers, everybody.
That's what it says. Large crowds clearing out. That's Howard University. It's probably, I think that's the feed we've been seeing. So maybe we can watch as they clear out. I mean,
this will be a day long remembered. Oh my God! Now the real war starts.
Now we're looking at a situation. If these things play out and we avoid any shenanigans, Republicans are going to have a decisive majority in the Senate with new leadership, a good enough majority in the House to control its fate. I hope Byron Donalds is the speaker, by the way. Hopefully with better leadership than Mike Johnson, who might be worse than McCarthy. This is a remake. I mean, I don't want to get ahead of it, but if I'm looking at the positives now, it's not, I mean, it's like, this is like 50% of everything we've been fighting for. I mean, we finally have a political movement that can save this country politically. We finally have end roads, a beachhead in the White House, in the Senate, and in the House that we can save our country politically. And we've got Elon Musk joining the team. We've got RFK Jr. joining the team. We have people who want to limit the government down to nothing. We have people that want to get rid of the federal bureaucracy. We have RFK Jr. that wants to make America healthy again. I don't have the relief yet, but I mean, we are looking over the edge. We are looking over the edge of everything we've been fighting for. And if we get this decisive victory tonight and the rest of these states go our way, Alex, it's what we've been fighting for. It's the political movement. It's finally the InfoWars vision. It's finally the vision of a bright, prosperous, free future, common sense. And we're looking right at it. We can almost touch it. We can almost smell it. We can almost taste it.
As of 4 minutes ago, NBC News declares Trump the winner in Georgia. Okay, so they have finally called Georgia for Trump. NBC News at least has. So, NBC has called for Trump for Georgia. Georgia for Trump, rather. Very, very interesting.
And I guess that would tell me Pennsylvania is right around the corner. Guys, give me Pennsylvania on the big board, as it looks like the Trump headquarters is about to explode. Give me Pennsylvania on the big board, please. Let's see here. Well, we've had a bit of a stall. Look, these numbers are insurmountable. It's not possible. Even with the late night ballot dump, I don't think they can bring this back to where it needs to be. And even if Harris gets, I mean, she would need 65, maybe 70% of the remaining votes to win it. I mean, it's like, we'll wait and see what the next ballot dump does before they bring in all of their Harris ballots tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon or, next month. But if Trump gets to 3.3 with above 90%, then it's impossible. If Trump hits 3.4, I mean, the only way that they could do it at that point would be the most obvious deal that you've ever seen, even worse than 2020. So, and that'll be it. I don't know if Trump is waiting for Pennsylvania to be declared before he gives his speech, but if it's just like Georgia, we've been calling it all night, it's only inevitable. And then we'll be watching the Senate races, because let's be clear here, let's not sleep on these Senate races either. Let's not celebrate. I mean, we will celebrate Trump's victory, but then let's keep our eye on these Senate races, because they might pull some shenanigans in these Senate races to try to keep that Republican majority as slim as possible. Even though right now, I mean, we're looking at it, I would say at least +1, probably +2 or 3 even, depending on how things end up going in Wisconsin and Michigan, which are both trending on a Republican victory for the presidency and the Senate. Carrie Lake just, for whatever reason, can't win an election in Arizona. It's really unfortunate. It looks like she's not going to be able to beat the Lego. And then there's just not enough information in Nevada right now. But again, when you look at what's going on in Wisconsin and Michigan and Pennsylvania, current trends have the Republicans winning those 3 states at the presidential level and at the Senate level. Now, these are tight. These are tight. But if the Republicans do that, they will have at least a 3-seat majority and the mandate and new leadership in the Senate. This is beautiful. This is really beautiful. And I hope that we're watching these campaigns. I hope that these Republican Senate candidates are watching these numbers very closely, because they can pull a shenanigan just to steal a Senate seat.
Andrew Tate
but
says.
Everything is where it should be right now. Everything's looking good. Guys, what do we have in Nevada? There's still just like no numbers coming in here. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, well, we'll try to figure out why Nevada keeps just staying blank. But this is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Trump is on pace to win the popular vote. He's outperforming in many blue states. I mean, this is your 2016 election result before they stole it in 2020. So now you're on
She isn't on the phone. That's the goddamn camera.
A light landslide. I won't say a heavy,
very slight
but a light. A light.
And again, what did I predict? Yeah, the blue seawall of fraud. The red tsunami's got to be huge, total landslide, and then it looks just like, you know, a decent win. Boom, baby, we made it over the top. It looks like it's done. They're already capitulating. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is so historic. I want to play a video from, it's got to be 18 years ago in New York, where I was premiering a 9/11 film with 9/11 survivors, police, and firefighters who were exposing what really happened there. And I told the globalist thing, because I believe in humanity, I said, I don't know how all this is going to end, but if you want to fight, you better believe you've got one. And all the hell they put us through in this country, and the human smuggling and the sex trafficking and the wars and the evil, you know, we haven't completely smashed them yet, but they're routed right now. The tide has been turned. I want to thank God for all this. I want to thank God for the crew. We could not do this without the crew. We cannot do it without the listeners and supporters. Everything you've done over the years, standing with me, standing with the crew, is now coming to this. And it's not about credit, but it's historical facts for the listeners. We are recognized in Congress by the CIA, by our enemies, by Tucker Carlson, by everybody, the good guys and the bad guys, as the program that reached the most people and took the hits and got this popularized so people can look at the globalists, what they were actually doing. They write books saying world government, they're going to kill us all with shots, and they start doing it. I mean, my job, I thought, wasn't hard because people need to listen, you know, and see what the enemy's saying. And I believe if you saw it, you'd rally with me, especially as stuff got worse. I mean, they're to the making kids eat bugs now and next adults. I mean, it's here. And World War III with Russia, this isn't a game. And who knows what they'll pull now. I'm not saying we're out of the woods, but humanity itself is making a really good showing. The explosive awakening is incredible. So I want to commend everybody for this journey. Like Trump said on Sunday, very powerful part of the speech. He said, look, they're fighting like hell to steal about it. Still think we'll win, but if they steal it, you know, I'm done because they're going to put me in prison. But you've got to continue on and fight because this is tyranny. And it's for our children, like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said. And, you know, I admire RFK Jr. I'll leave it at that. I know he appreciates me. I'll just leave it at that. And, you know, but it's about the children and it's about the future. So my little message to the New World Order then and now, if you want to fight, You got one. And it's time for humanity to stand up in the info war and say, I don't know what's going to happen at the end of this, but you want to fight, you better believe you got one!
From the front lines of the information war, it's Alex Jones.
Well, as we reported 6-7 minutes ago, and that's the capitulation, Harris has canceled her victory speech, and you're supposed to speak, be a good sport when you lose. Hillary did this in 2016, only time in history that someone didn't do this, going back to the first election in 1789, when George Washington's opponent lost. They were gracious about it. It's now happened twice in 2016 and 2024, and now the crowd is shuffling off their god, their fake witch, their puppet has fallen. Their great idol has fallen, and so now we've got serious work to do. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. We are non-alcoholic around here. I'm not looking down on people that. Is this even a bottle opener? Is there a bottle opener even in this place?
Come on.
I mean, I'm not complaining here, but this is a store. Can I have a real bottle opener, guys? Shit, I'll go to the store and buy one. I mean, there's got to be one in this facility. This is too historic. This is too historic. Go to a promo, go to a break. I'm not going to mess this up. Here you go, man. Freaking leather. No, we're going to go to break. This is. I'm not going to have something important like this screw in the pooch. Go to a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Wow.
I'm going to take a 20-minute break now. So,
By Rudyard Kipling. By Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming.
Never an easy moment for whatever campaign has to make that announcement into the evening and say, hold on here, and we're going to City Eva. I gather the temperature
Was decided
Tonight, we just things that,
the economy's getting better, inflation's going down, interest rates are going down, stock market's getting better, and all that was true, but nobody felt it yet. And
because of the huge crowds she was getting. I mean, I've been at almost all of these rallies in the last few days. She was pulling crowds of 20,000, 30,000 routinely in these final days. They felt that they were reaching all of those key demographics, that big, broad coalition that her campaign talked about so often, that they felt was going to really propel them across the finish line. We are not seeing that broad coalition at all showing up here tonight. In fact, quite the opposite. And there's going to be, I think, a lot of soul searching and a lot of questions in this campaign as to, what went wrong. That said, they are still, holding out hope. That's a very, somber Cedric Richmond there delivering that message. But as we heard from the campaign manager in this memo to the Harris team earlier tonight, stressing they expected this to be close. They do still see a path, but certainly not the path they were hoping for.
an extraordinarily narrow one mathematically at this point. Governor Christie, you mentioned something a few minutes back about President Biden, whether or not, obviously there'll be a lot of questions if and when this race is called. And if it doesn't go Kamala Harris's way, the obvious questions would be a lot of attention on President Biden, whether or not that decision should have been made sooner so that the Democratic Party could have looked at Kamala Harris and others and what have you. This has been a conversation we've heard before.
Bitcoin,
it's just going to get more scrutiny now, given the way this night continues to proceed here. 107-day campaign is what Kamala Harris had time to conduct here until Election Day.
Well, look, it's really hard to go from a standing stop to set up a national campaign. She had to adopt all of the Biden operatives. She didn't have time to put in. And I can tell you as a candidate, you have to go out there and work. And you've got to be able to believe that the people who are working for you have your best interest at heart and only your best interest at heart. And
now they'll start infiltrating with women and children. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman. sighed the vicious snake. Now she clutched him to her bosom. "You're so beautiful," she cried. "But if I hadn't brought you in, by now you might have died." She stroked his pretty skin, and then she kissed and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite. "I saved you," cried the woman, "and you've bit me, heavens why. You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die." "Oh, shut up, silly woman," said the reptile with a grin. "You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in."
Hillary fell after Brexit and Russia pulling out. This will be a devastating event to their operations.
Flawless victory.
It is my high honor
Here we go.
and distinct privilege to introduce to you the President-elect of the United States.
Is this Valhalla? Is this the best moment in your political life?
It's amazing.
Take my hand.
It's
Right now, a historic moment. We can now project the winner of the presidential race. CNN projects Donald Trump. He's walking up right now. You see him right there. He's going to be speaking momentarily. He's got his wife there. History has been made. Jake, this is a moment.
These bankers want to keep us poor, be tax exempt while they F us.
In the history of this
Get ready. You're about to get F right back.
was never held
And Islamists?
in government more than
Here come cruise missiles.
Wow, Buckley, this is the good stuff.
Fifth Avenue to Pennsylvania Avenue. I think it's a moment that a lot of people
Almost getting moved out of Pennsylvania Avenue.
whatever happened, but
I think
it was
going to jail.
a decisive win.
No more spirit vendors?
If you have any more,
I hear that she and her husband are both plea bargaining.
it was so over.
Let's get ready. Here goes Trump.
He's there with
Turn it up. Donald J. Trump.
He's going up to the microphones. He's going to be
The Golden Toad.
I assume he'll mention the phone call he received.
Get ready. I tell you, he charges into a goblin's nest.
This is amazing.
As long as he doesn't,
President-elect of the United
as long as he doesn't kiss a goblin, goblins vomit. Catch him in bed with a goblin.
I don't think there's any danger of that.
No, he defeated the goblins. He did it. Here you go again. Yeah.
Think about in what the new Trump-led world here in Washington.
Wonder what Mr. Maddow's going to be saying tomorrow. I'll take some more of that.
I heard that she was. I heard that she was.
And then they tried to put us in prison and did put Owen in prison. And Stone got pardoned. And here we are tonight with the crew in the same studios we were 8 years ago. And I just want to salute everybody. It is the victory. Who knows what they're going to pull now, but Trump has won. It's already being announced. This is a day long remembered. Come in here, crew. I love you. You have and they're going to come after us again, but you know what? They know we're not intimidated. They know we're going to get God bless you all. Anybody else here? I love you guys. Oh, yes. Let me give the lady here some of this here. All right. Sorry, I was dumbfounded, godsmacked here. Here is to all the listeners and viewers that kept us in attack formation. Here's the President Trump, our champion, his incredible stalwart will, his family standing with him. Here's to God, of course, number one. And of course, we are now going to go after the child traffickers and find out where the children are. We're going to take the floor out of the water. We're going to go after the poison vaccines. We're going to stop World War III if God is with us. All praise goes to God, but God works through the people. And so for myself and the whole crew, on the eve of our shutdown next week, we will never surrender in the face of tyranny. We know more obstacles are coming. We know the real fight starts in the 76 days while he's president-elect. We pray for President Trump, but now we take a moment to celebrate that we stood against the tyrants and have won a major strategic, historic battle against the globalists, and this is just the beginning. They declared war on us, and we accepted the challenge. Yes! 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 I love you all. It's been a war. And the war continues. I love you, Owen. I love all of you. Incredible job. And we only got 2 microphones here, but I would like to maybe have folks come up to the microphone in the other studio so everybody can get on air. But this is just crazy. Owen, get in here, and then Harrison, broadcast them. Give us your views right here.
It's over in Pennsylvania. It's over. The numbers are in. They can't come back. It's officially 270. Trump might wait until they officially declare it, but it's done. We did it. Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona might go for Trump too. So it's a little bit of a light landslide. Looks like Republicans are going to get at least +3 in the Senate, at least +4 in the House. We have new leadership at both the Senate and the House level that are serious. They're behind Trump. We have Elon Musk on our team. We've got Vivek Ramaswamy changing the message for the future. We have J.D. Vance, who's about as down-to-earth as it gets. We have RFK Jr., who wants to take the fluoride out of the water, the microplastics out of the food. I don't know. I'm almost in like suspension right now. I can't even believe that everything we've worked for, everything we've envisioned, all the common sense barriers for us to take down to release the American potential, the potential of the American citizen, take down to release the American potential, the potential of the American citizen. I hope, I really mean this, I hope to all the brainwashed, deranged leftists that are suffering tonight, that this will be your last moment of suffering. I hope that they will join us in this victory. This is a victory for you too. We are freeing you. We are freeing your minds. We are freeing your bodies. We are freeing your souls.
That's it. It's very simple. And you're right about this is the unity ticket. RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, the list goes on and on. Nicole Shanahan has been absolutely incredible. This really feels like the dawning of a new age. It feels like the awakening has happened. I mean, the fact you have Elon Musk and Ron Paul now on the same team with
stop the censorship and end the Fed.
Oh my God. I mean, this is more than we could have ever hoped for. I mean, could you ever imagine such a thing happening just 10 years ago? I mean, this is
these people don't realize what's going to happen. That are all crying about this. They have no idea how good their life's going to get from this point on. And all we have to do is we have to not let up. We have to realize, we had this one chance and we won and we took it and we grabbed it. We grabbed victory.
I'm just proud of Americans and others not being bullied to these psycho demons.
Yeah.
You've been messing with us. How do you like it back? You think your intimidation works on us? It makes us fight you 10 times harder.
Yeah. All these people in the media that have lied to us continuously, they should never work again in that field. They should be gone because that's all they do is lie.
They're lucky. It's just like when we won the Revolutionary War, it's like, just go back to Britain.
Yeah.
just get out of here. And look, this is a beachhead. This is what tonight we'll celebrate victory. We celebrate victory for a whole week. Why not? But this is when we hit the ground running. This is when we need to do the things that Trump promised to do, the deportations, the reforming of the election. I mean, everything has to start right now. This is the beachhead.
Total offensive.
The work begins. It's not over right now. This is just the beginning. It's about to get extremely dangerous. 76 days of hell, 79 days of hell, however many it is.
And get Owen back in here. We were hugging and stuff on camera. I'm going to give you a hug, Rob. All right, bro. I love you, brother. So much for gone through. Hey, I knew we were going to win in Pennsylvania with that crowd.
Yeah. No,
this is beautiful.
I mean, you totally knew it. And you could feel it, especially in Pennsylvania.
I tell you, guys.
And that's where they tried to get him. And they couldn't.
All right. Here, you get in here, guys. We're taking people. And then I want to get Owen back in here. And then I bet Trump's going to announce the victory.
Well,
got to happen.
I don't even really know what to say. I think, something I've said about InfoWars and the InfoWar in general a couple of times, which rings true still, and I think always will, is that the InfoWars never won or lost. You're either winning it or you're losing it.
Right.
And we know what it's felt like to be losing the InfoWar, especially at the beginning of the censorship. And tonight, we have crossed a threshold into winning. We probably crossed it months ago, if not years ago, a couple years ago. But it's obvious now that we've won a major battle.
That is beautiful.
Wow. But the war is still being fought. Oh my gosh.
Is that real gold? That is like 50 pounds.
Let's see.
That is wild.
Oh man, they made it for a child's head. Yeah, they found it at Epstein Island.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
No, you're exactly right. The InfoWar will never end. We'll never be able to declare total victory because the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. And
we just won a major battle. and we can celebrate a little bit, but we got to watch for those surface to air missiles.
Yeah, seriously. No, yeah. Trump is in great danger right now. We are all in great danger right now. For some reason, shockingly, they're actually stopping Antifa from rioting in Washington as we speak. So the leftist gangs, the militias, are already activated. But it's going to be different this time. And I truly hope that. And I truly hope that we have the fortitude to do what is necessary and that we don't surrender to the fake impeachments and the bullcrap that we had to deal with for the first administration.
By the way,
Trump.
Georgia now officially called.
Yep.
And I think,
an hour after Ratburger.
Pennsylvania is just inevitable at this point. You know, the big difference politically is that a lot of the Republicans in 2016 kind of bought into the bullshit. They kind of bought into the Russia thing. They were kind of scared. And so we don't have that anymore. They know all the attacks against Trump are illegitimate. By the way, you know, some of the things Trump needs to do day one, we got to pardon, free the January 6th political prisoners. We need to change our election system, get rid of mail-in ballots, go back to paper ballots. Trump knows that. We got to start freeing our energy. I mean, there's so many things overnight. Shut down the border. I mean, day one, he's going to have a lot of things. And with this decisive victory, there's a mandate. And he's got Senate and the House now.
But you know what the brilliant thing is? All of these problems that we have to deal with day in and day out, all of these existential issues that are just confronting us daily, the solutions are so simple. You shut the border, you start the deportations, you get rid of the mail-in ballots. I mean, these are not insurmountable.
Some people are really fucking. Did you ever notice that? How many really stupid people you run into during the day? God damn, there's a lot of stupid bastards walking around. Carry a little pad and pencil with you. You wind up with 30 or 40 names by the end of the day. Look at it this way. Think of how stupid the average person is, and then realize half of them are stupider than that. And it doesn't take you very long to spot one of them, does it? Take you about 8 seconds. You'll be listening to some guy. You say, this guy is fucking stupid. Then there are some people, they're not stupid, they're full of shit. That doesn't take very long to spot either, does it? Take you about the same amount of time. You'll be listening to some guy and say, well, he's fairly intelligent. He's full of shit. Then there are some people, they're not stupid, they're not full of shit, they're fucking nuts.